Hey guys, this is your girl Gigi with another video. This is a story time video termed "Why are women groomed to be wives and men not groomed to be husbands?" Now, if you are a first time comer to my page, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then after that, go ahead and hit that post notification bell so you can see my newest videos when they come out. As well as if you are a returning subscriber, please watch, like, comment, and share. As well as if you haven't hit that post notifications bell, please do so now. Please, thanks. So if you're interested in this video, please comment. Now, first disclaimer, I do want to say that I am in no way trying to bash anyone, but I am just speaking on experiences as well as friends' experiences, as well as what our social climate is. Now, this video is not talking about a specific race of people or ethnicity. It is talking about everyone encompassed, right? So yes. So now we've all heard, growing up, women, mothers grooming daughters, as well as fathers grooming daughters to get married when they get older, married, and to have children. And you're always told, well, you have to learn how to cook because your husband is going to want to be fed, so you have to learn how to cook. And you want to go ahead and have babies because that's what you are supposed to do. You're supposed to reproduce and have children, right? And you're always told to mind your manners and act like a woman, because no man is gonna want a wife that is wild or is out in these streets or who isn't ladylike. So with little girls, they start grooming them quickly. They're giving them baby dolls. They are telling them about these grand weddings. Young ladies are imagining and picturing their weddings from early ages, about what kind of dress they're going to wear, how their wedding ring is going to look, how, who's their bridesmaid going to be. They're picturing this husband who's going to take care of them, protect them, be there for them. And, they just have this picture in their head of them being a wife and a mother, and this whole way of acting as a wife or grooming themselves into becoming a wife. So this is something that is pushed into girls' heads so early, and it builds and grows with them as they grow up. And then by the time you're in your early 20s or mid 20s or early 30s, when you're ready to settle down, then it's like, okay, where's my husband? What is going on? You've basically been groomed all your life to be a wife, to know how to act, and to play that role when the time comes. Now, men, on the other hand, are not groomed to be husbands and fathers. In my opinion, a lot of men are groomed into making money, getting into their careers, doing what they have to do. But as far as them being bred into husbands and fathers, it's not something that is instilled into little boys' heads or into men's heads as they're growing up. And I say this because, and this is not saying that, some fathers or mothers don't put it and instill it into the boys' heads about, okay, we want you to be a great husband, we want you to take care of your wife, we want you to take care of their kids. I'm not saying that people don't do that, so don't get me wrong. I believe they do that, but it is not as prevalent in society as far as how women are groomed to be wives. You don't consistently hear and see in the media guys saying, okay, you got to make sure you work hard. You got to make sure you come home and take care of your family, take care of your wife, take care of your wife's needs. You got to be, upstanding, not cheating, and making sure you adhere to vows because you need to be a great husband. You know, you have to go and, you know, take care of your kids, make sure, you know, in the future you are picking your kids up from school, you're taking them to these soccer practices, you're picking them up, taking them to the doctor's office. These are roles and things society throws at women. You know, with men, they're not having these, you know, excessive forces and family members who are telling them how they need to act, how they need to behave to be a husband, how they need to treat their wives, how they need to wine and dine there, or, you know, date the woman who they want to be, wine and dine her, treat her right, and stuff like that. They're not seeing these images. They're not hearing this in the, you know, in the home place. A lot of times, you know, society pats guys on the back for being a player, for getting as many notches under his belt, for doing stuff like that. But where is in society where we're actually grooming these men into being husbands, grooming these men to treat these women right, and, you know, showing these men that, hey, this is what you need to do in the future. This is how you attain a wife. This is how you keep a wife. This is how you take care of your children. But women are berated, and, you know, all these images of, you know, women, you know, keeping this man, dealing with indiscretions to stay with the man, to make the marriage work, to be a upstanding wife, to be a great mother. But we are not challenging, enforcing, and teaching a lot of these guys how to be an upstanding husband, how to treat their wives, how not to go out and do what they feel like doing, how to be a great caretaker for the children. I don't feel like that is something that is pushed out, you know, to these guys from an early age, because I feel like if it was, they would be, you know, wanting to marry women at a certain time, where women, you know, a lot of times women would be like, oh, wow, you know, I'm ready to get married. I'm in my early 20s to early 30s, but these guys, you know, the ones that are my age, they're not interested in getting married. It's like, you know, you have to date up. Like, you have to wait on the guy to be in his 40s or dang near 50s to be settled. And that's why, you know, a lot of women date up in age versus, you know, these guys who are their age that aren't ready to be married because they weren't groomed to be married. They don't feel like it's important. You know, they might be more so focused on their money, or, you know, running the streets or doing what they have to do, versus, you know, them feeling like, oh, wow, I have a time clock. I really need to get married now. I really need to, you know, have these children with this woman and, you know, be settled, because it's something that was not in their head, was not pushed on them, or was not basically forced on them in a sense, but it was to the woman. So, you know, why is that? Why is society so one-sided with a lot of things? Even just going towards how women are supposed to act. Women are supposed to be meek. They're supposed to be humble. They're supposed to be quiet. They're supposed to act a certain way. Cross your legs, put your hands on your lap, don't show your cleavage and stuff like that. You know, we don't want you to be called a hoe, you know, in these streets. So you have to act accordingly. But with the guys, you know, oh, it's okay to date around with a lot of women. It's okay to be a player. It's okay to, you know, to have this swag, you know, and these are the guys that we have to marry. These are the guys that we have to have children with. So why aren't the same rules applied to men? You know, these are some things that, you know, sometimes I think about, sometimes I wonder about, because just talking to people that I know and dealing with people I know or have had experiences with, or just stuff like that, it's something completely different. When it's time to date or time to settle down and get married, you know, some guys, you know, don't want to get married. They don't feel like it's necessary. Some guys, you know, feel that they can live with a woman and not have to settle down or commit, you know, because they don't feel it's important to be husbands. But women are conditioned to feel like, yes, it's important to be a wife, and that marriage institution is really important. But a lot of guys, you know, that's not as important to them. So that's why sometimes you see some guys being with women for 10, 15, 20 years and not committing, or committing after a long period of time, or committing after they have like 5 to 6 children, because it's not important to them. It wasn't ingrained in them. They don't feel like, oh, well, I don't have to settle down. It could be just that society has not ingrained it in them, or that they may feel like they're out there looking for something that they haven't found yet, or they might feel like, you know, once you get married, like life is over. So these are some things that I just wanted to push out, that I've been thinking about, that I've just been seeing, you know, and I feel like it deserves to be talked about, and it deserves to be discussed and just looked into. And a lot of these conversations should be started to be had, because so many women are so frustrated and irritated and upset, because it's almost just like, oh, they feel like they have to force people to marry them after a while, or they feel like, hey, well, why can't I find someone, you know, when I'm ready to settle down and get married, they're not. You know, why is this so important to me, and it's not more so important to them? So sometimes we have to look into societal factors, the way people are brought up, and the images that they see, you know, versus thinking, oh, well, it's just me, something's wrong with me, that's why I'm not married, or I can't find anyone. And like I said, this is not with all guys, because there are societies where marriage is really important, and both men and women are groomed to be both husband and wife. But I feel like in a lot of Western societies, women are groomed to be wives and mothers, while men are not groomed to be husbands and fathers. And that's what why there's such a disconnect, and why it's so hard to date nowadays, and why, you know, the marriage rate is so low and the divorce rate is so high, because those are, you know, there's a lack of grooming men to be husbands and fathers, versus, you know, grooming women to be mothers and wives. So these are my opinions on this. A lot of my opinion videos have gotten a lot of flack and rotation, and so, you know, you can put down what you think. You know, if you think I'm bashing men in this video, let me know. I'm not trying to bash, I'm just, you know, speaking my opinions, speaking my thoughts. You know, if you feel differently, or if you feel like that's not what's going on, tell me what you think is going on, why, or, you know, give me your opinion. So, you know, this is an open forum. I appreciate everyone who would like to put in their 2 cents. And I want to thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to, you know, jog your thinking a little bit, and kind of like, you know, bring in a different type of conversation, you know, and just kind of see what you guys are thinking and what you guys feel on this situation. Am I right or am I wrong? All right, so I want to thank y'all. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care. Until next time.